Honesty Box episode 7, and I went into tonight thinking it was going to be ultimate drama. Genuinely, I thought I was going to have to call NHS 24 to help me with extreme anxiety. However, it actually wasn't as bad as I expected. Dom confronted Kane about his behaviour in front of Jessie May. That is what I'm talking about. See all this he said, she said, piss. I can't be bothered with it. Let's just all have a chat and then talk about how much a fucking compulsive lying dickhead he is. So Jessie May was going off on him and she's like that. You told her that you liked her, you told me that you liked me. And then he says, oh, but I'm allowed to explore. And Jessie May was like, no. Right. Now, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it is a dating show, and technically, yes, they are allowed to explore, but it's the way he went about it. Dom was sent in there to find a match. She didn't do anything wrong. She approached him, okay, he's a complete dick, but she didn't know that at the time. She didn't have any loyalties to anybody. She was in there to find somebody that she was meant to be with, and she went for it. Jessie May, from the start, for whatever reason, liked him. Her head didn't turn, she's been loyal from the beginning, and then when he fucked up, she was like, do you know what, if you're wanting to get to know her, then I'm going to make it easy for you and walk away. Perfect. So the only person that's in the wrong here is this fucking dick. It's the fact that he told Jessie May that his head wasn't going to turn, okay. He didn't know that Dom was going to come in. But then he was talking absolute shit to Dom. He even lied to the boys about hugging her on the couch. And then when Jessie May was like, right, we're over, then he went to Dom and says, oh, I told her what was on my mind or whatever other fucking shite he talks. So then Dom shouts everybody over. I'm like, yes. That's how I like to play the game. Fucking get everybody involved. You're not going to sit there and talk shit to us, to you fucking dick. This is what we need more of on Love Island. As soon as somebody's talking crap, it should be everybody to the fire pit. Somebody's talking shit again. So then Kane's like, oh, I'm not going to stand here and look like a dickhead. His fucking existence makes him look like a dickhead. He's a complete fucking cuntbag. And Jessie May's like, oh, but you're happy to make me look like one? Exactly. Then he had the cheek to say, I didn't handle the situation very well. He didn't handle it. It's the two girls who've been handling it. Fanny. So Panny and Dom were having a chat, and he said, I hate feeling second best, and your note was really meaningful to me. I could greet. He's so cute. When a man can express his feelings, it's like the ultimate male specimen. I love that he wasn't just trying to be, like toxic masculinity. Oh, it's fine, I don't care or whatever. He was actually open and honest about his emotions. Oh, get me a tissue. Jess and Ricky seem to be getting on and he's loving life. However, in the next episode it shows you a clip as if she's got something that she wants to say. Oh, I wonder what it could be. So Ronky and Panny are having a chat and she's saying that she's not only got eyes for Maldini. And as we find out throughout the episode anyway, he's putting in zero effort. Panny also likes her, but he's feeling bad because of the whole Dom situation. But she came in and they paired up, and then she went away and spoke to Kane, so I don't really know what he's feeling bad about. He's a nicer person than me. It's not as if Dom done that with the intention of hurting anybody's feelings, and I think that if anything, she chose Panny because she was actually trying to avoid drama, and it ended up doing the exact opposite, but she was only doing her best at the time. However, Panny getting to know Ronky, fair's fair. So the honesty box goes boom, and it asks Rose if she thinks that Tommy respects her, and she says no. Well, she would be lying if she said yes, after he fucking said it was a showmance instead of a romance. And then it asked if she sees a long-term future with Tommy outside the house, and she said yes. The girls are all getting ready in the bathroom, and Ken's like, oh, can I get in for a shower? And Jessie May was like, no, it's not free, go outside. And Jess was like, dogs get washed outside. Good one. Panny is next in the honesty box. Boom. And it asks if he regrets pairing up with Dom, and he said no. And instantly I was like, he's telling the truth. First of all, I would have been shocked if he was lying. And second of all, at the time, he made the right decision. And even if he did technically regret it later because she spoke to Kane, at the time, he did the right thing. So he was still telling the truth. So Lucinda comes up on the screen and she says he's getting split into two groups. Some are going dancing and some are going on a date. Now, I must admit that I only started watching this because Lucinda was in it. And I don't know how much they're paying her to be on this show. But she's hardly been on it. I mean, I'm still enjoying the show, I must admit, but I bet she's getting a good payday for this. So Tommy and Rose, Tobias and Vicky, Chantel and Jovan are on a triple date, and they gave questions so that they've got something to chat about. The rest of the house are away dancing, and they've got to wear like traditional dance costumes, and they're not happy about it. And see, when I seen them up dancing, I was like, oh, this reminds me like when you used to do the Kaylee in school. An absolute nightmare. Don't get me wrong, it would have been fun because there was nothing else to do in there, but just that's what it reminded me. It's like PTSD. So they're reading out the questions, and Rose picks one up and she's like, oh my god, drama. And it says, who hasn't made a true love connection in Shootopia? Because you will decide who goes. Now, did it specify if it had to be a man and a woman, or could it be 2 men or 2 women? I don't think they mentioned that. So basically they're agreeing Maldini is not putting in any effort. Basically he's just there for a fucking holiday. So Tobias is like, I'm not saying Kane, but... And I'm like, say Kane! Say Kane! For the love of fuck! Say Kane! He's like, this thing with him and Jessamine and Dom is a fiasco, and I'm bored of it. And I was like, just for the love of fuck, get rid of Kane. He's an absolute fucking dick. And he was like, oh, I like the guy, but like it's time for him to go. Fair enough. Do you know what I mean? When you're in these situations, if you do genuinely like somebody and they're your friend, it would be hard to vote them out, but it is a dating show and you've got to be fair at the end of the day. This is why I was wondering if it had to be a man and a woman, because I think it should be Maldini and Kane. So the next bit was actually the part that Dom confronted Kane in front of Jessamine, and he was saying that he could explore and all the rest of it. I got the 2 bits mixed up. So I'm really loving the fact that Dom isn't afraid to just get everybody involved in the conversation. There's no point in these one-on-one chats. We might as well get everything over and done with once. So Dom was saying that she's put up with a lot of crap in the past and she's done with it, and Jessamine was like, I'm done. But then Dom and Kane were having a chat on the bed and Jessamine walked past. She strolls past. She's not happy. So at this point, Dom and Jessamine are both saying that they're done, but she's chatting with him and Jessamine is not happy about it. Now, they're still allowed to chat. Do you know what I mean? And Jessamine is still allowed to have feelings about the whole situation. It's very confusing. So Tobias comes over and he's like, are you not bored of this situation, right? And Jessamine is like, I can't really do anything else. He's always here, like what else am I supposed to do? And obviously at this point Tobias is putting out the feelers to try and figure out who they're going to vote out, but he can't say that because they've decided to keep it a secret. So then Jessamine is talking to Kane and she tells him that Tobias is saying, oh, you're not bored of this situation? Oh, Kane's not happy. Kane's a big fucking hard man. And he stands up and he starts shouting at Tobias, and Tobias is like, who's he talking to? Who the fuck is he talking to? He's a fucking idiot. Tobias is like a normal guy who's just trying to get through his life without any drama, and Kane thinks he's fucking God's gift to women and he thinks he can speak to any cunt the way he likes. And for some reason, this whole situation reminded me like a normal guy sitting in McDonald's just eating his lunch, and then a wee Ned coming up and starting shit with him. And you know what? I think Tobias is quite posh, so I don't even know if he's ever even been in a McDonald's. But that's what came to mind when this whole situation started. Like when Kane stood up and he was like, oh, what you saying? Say it with your chest. I hate that expression. Tobias is just sitting there like, extreme eye roll. Here we fucking go again. So some of the people in the house are chatting away and they're trying to figure out who they should vote out. So Kane's like, everybody needs to concentrate on their own relationship and not mine. Everybody thinks he's a fanny. It's time for them to reveal who's been lying in the honesty box, and it turns out there's one lie, so they've missed out on another 20,000. And for whatever reason, they chose to reveal Panny's answers. That was crazy to me. So now they're all doubting Tommy, but at no point are they questioning that Rose might have been lying. And you know what? I don't think that it would have been deliberate if she did. So in the next episode, we're going to find out who they're voting out, and I fucking hope to God that it's Kane. As for the women, I'm happy for them all to stay. Let me know in the comments what you thought of tonight's episode, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye!